In rural Kerala, geographical hurdles like dense rubber plantations and hilly terrain often weaken 4G signals. Since most Indian providers use the 1800 MHz band 3 and 2300 MHz band 40 frequencies, your DIY antenna must be tuned to these specific wavelengths. The most effective DIY design for rural areas is a bi-quad antenna because it is easier to build than a Yagi and has a wide enough beam to capture signals even if your alignment isn't perfect. Bi-quad antenna is two full-wave quad loop antennas in front of a reflector 1/8 wavelength away. It can have a gain of about 11 dBi. dBi is decibels with respect to isotropic antenna, which is a spherical omnidirectional theoretical antenna. Though I have mentioned my region, principle of construction should be the same for any region with similar terrain and low 4G signals. To build a bi-quad antenna tuned for 1800 MHz band, you will need copper wire 2 mm thick, 12 or 14 gauge, solid copper wire, not stranded copper wire. Reflector, a flat metal sheet, aluminum or copper, or even a sturdy piece of cardboard covered smoothly with aluminum foil, size approximately 12 into 12 cm. Coaxial cable RG6 75 ohm TV cable or RG58 cable 50 ohms used in amateur radio. SMA connector to connect the cable to your 4G router or a signal coupler for your phone. Tools like pliers, soldering iron and a ruler. The first step is bending the copper wire. For the 1800 MHz frequency, each side of the diamond in the quad should be approximately 41 mm. That is roughly quarter wavelength for the frequency, so that one quad will be a full wavelength. See the table below if you wish to construct for a different frequency band. Take a 328 mm piece of copper wire and bend it into two squares, a figure of 8 shape, where each straight side is 41 mm. The ends of the wire should meet in the center but not touch the other side of the loop. Mark the center of your 12 into 12 cm metal sheet. Drill a small hole in the center to pass your coaxial cable through. Mount the copper figure of 8 about 2 cm away from the metal plate. That is about 1/8 of the wavelength for 1800 MHz. You can use a small plastic spacer to hold it at this distance. Strip the end of your coaxial cable. Solder the inner core of the cable to one side of the center gap of your copper wire. Solder the outer shield or braid of the cable to the other side of the center gap. Ensure that copper wire is not touching the metal reflector plate. During installation, height is key. Mount the antenna on your roof or a long GI pipe. In Kerala, getting the antenna above the tree line, especially coconut and rubber trees, significantly reduces signal fade. Find the nearest cell tower. Point the flat face of your antenna directly towards the tower. If you don't have an antenna port on your phone, you can make a passive repeater by connecting this outdoor antenna to a second smaller loop of wire behind your phone inside the house. Here is a frequency reference table to find out the side lengths of the figure of 8. Band 5, 850 MHz, around 85 mm. That is longer than what we have described now because it is a lower frequency. Band 3, 1800 MHz, around 41 mm. Band 40, 2300 MHz, about 32 mm. As a disclaimer, I have not tried it out as I am located within 100 meters of multiple mobile towers.